Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moltres' weekly update for the EMBA. This is Cosmic Woo for VS367, hook coach of the Miami Dustnor, and I am joined by Kapitol. What
Yo,
what is your
Cap, and yeah.
what is your team name again? Because I honestly forget. What's your team?
AVPC Cap. AVPC, which is the Ashen Vivillon Pokemon Club.
Jesus Christ, that's a long one. All right,
Yeah.
so we're going to go over what happened in each match and what is the current records for each person. So, match one was Lucazam, and who is the coach of the New York Alakazams, taking on the Ruined Two-Handed Violets, coached by Blood Chance. Now, as you can see, in the end of this match was a heavy crushing blow for Luca as he loses 5-0. Now, the match starts off pretty badly when he allowed for Luca. When Luca somehow was able to eliminate I believe it was the Dormanitan.
Yeah, turn one, Earthquake, Darn, Moxie, Boosted Crocodile comes on turn
Yes.
one, yeah.
But it looked like Luca was actually going to start getting something going with that. But turns out Keldeo is also scarfed, and Luca loses his Crocodile, which, as you'll see, is going to be a pretty big detrimental as he really starts to falter after that.
Yeah.
As Keldeo will also claim his scissor thanks to a couple scolds. Now, something that really confused me was when Luca sacks off his Latios, his Latias, sorry, to who was it? I think it was Mega Gardevoir.
Yeah, he Calm Mind on the Gardevoir, and the Gardevoir just hyper voiced. I got a crit. It was a crit, it wasn't a sack.
I wonder. I forgot. I should have done the counter, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the crit did not matter.
It definitely mattered. He was +1 spit F.
I know, but he got. That I don't really think that would have mattered because even if he lived it,
Well, he was
all he had
faster
to
and he had recover,
Well, the thing
so it
is,
did
all he
matter.
had to do was go into fair form because that Latias did not have anything for fair form. As you would see later, when fair form would just slowly whittle down his team.
Yeah.
The only thing Luca showed that could take down the fair form was Salazzle at the end after losing Crocodile, and yeah, I don't really understand why he had two Calm Mind Mons in Finny and Latias that did not have HP Fire.
Yeah, that was questionable.
You go into the match knowing that the guy's best defense, sorry, is going to be the Ferrothorn, and you have nothing for it. Like
Yeah.
even with Crook alive, unless it was banded, it's not going to do jack shit to the Ferrothorn.
Yeah, if like it was, I'm guessing it was a scarf crocodile having to stay on the Darm on turn one. So, if it was scarf or band or whatever, that's still not really going to be breaking through. Ferrothorn. Does crocodile get Fire Fang?
Crocodile, I think it might. I believe it does. I'm
Even
not
okay,
quite
even
sure.
a banded +1 Fire Fang, I think would be a roll if I had to guess. But otherwise, like if you look into his team, Lopunny takes, I guess, beats Ferrothorn on his team, but then in Salazzle. But like if
I
you're looking
know.
at his two Calm Mind sweepers, which were Feeny and Latios, not having HP Fire really did cost him the game, as well as losing Crocodile early, which is one of his bigger offensive threats, I guess.
Yeah, in the end, he just could not break through the defense brought by a low Persian, Pile Sand, and Ferrothorn. It was just like he brought a team that was solely offensive with the wrong movesets. Like he. Ooh, what the hell was. It was
That's
like
me
he.
watching the battles. Don't worry. I accidentally put the music on. Don't worry about
Uh,
it.
it was
A
as if
fat
he was
pig.
like relying on Salazzle and Lopunny to be able to take out the Ferrothorn. But when you have Combine users, you really need a backpack enough to take everything out. And I'm really hoping
Yeah.
Love can bounce back because he has a really good team. All right. So I
Yep.
think we should move on to the next match,
Yep.
which was thankfully a much closer one. It was between Solaire and the USC Blazekins taking on the Izzy Dizzy and his Miami Psyducks. First off, I hate Izzy so much for stealing my team name. Miami Dust Doors forever. He can burn in hell, and I wish he lost.
Wait, wait, what was his name?
The Miami Psyducks. So
Uh,
yeah, an asshole.
my God. So Solarizer was Cinetoast, right?
Yeah, Solarlizer is Cinetoast in it.
Alright, so Izzy leads with Mega Arrow and Cinetoast
Right
or
here
Solarizer.
was probably the worst thing in the match for me because having that Magnezone meant so much for Solaire's defense. Because
Just got
as
bombed.
you'll see later, he really needs it for Hydreigon and support against the Vanillux.
Yeah.
Because right off the bat, for some reason, I guess he thought he was going to be faster,
And
or
then
he
he's
was
yeah.
feeling the switching or something like that. He just
And then
stacked
he
the
switched
Mega Arrow.
and then he switched Garbodor into it. Like what? You have
This really made no sense for me, and I think this right here is the reason why Izzy won. Was
no,
because he just
well
randomly
it's put him
sacked
in a
off
perfect
Garbodor
position.
and
Just
Magnezone.
he basically sacked off Garbodor, let Aerodactyl be 95, brought him down 5%, and then he brought in the Hydreigon. That made no sense.
It's just crazy. But another
But
crazy thing that happened to me for me was that
yeah,
Izzy just randomly gave away Klefki.
they didn't give it away, but like
It could have done more.
he should have gone. Yeah, he should have gone into Chandler. Or he should have gone into what do you call it? Vanillux right off the bat.
Yeah. He just wasted Klefki for no reason. And
Yeah.
depending on what that Klefki set was, it could have helped him against Diggersby. Say it was like Magnet Rise.
Yeah.
Say it was Magnet Rise. What does Diggersby have? We would find out
The
later
Diggers-
in the match that it's Bandit Diggersby. So it's
Yeah, you'll find out
really
later.
walled by
It
it.
didn't really matter in the end, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Hydreigon, deals with the Klefki, but then sadly goes down to Vanillux.
Yeah, it didn't matter much. The Diggersby got one kill. It was clean up. So you got 2 kills, but one of them was quick attack.
Something I found really interesting was the Pangoro set, the
The
Z-Bulkup.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really understand why he went out into Diancie. Like, my soul went out to Diancie. Because
What else
most
is he going
Pangoro
into
sets,
Diggersby?
most Pangoro sets have bullet punch. It's pretty common.
Well, especially in counter.
Like, you gotta assume that anything that's going to have a bullet punch is going to use that when you're facing Mega Diancie.
Yeah,
and he could have kept his Mega Diancie.
That's where the Garbodor would have came in fine.
Yeah.
The Garbodor, but
sadly,
he sacked that.
Yeah. But you'll see later, right next turn, he goes down the Rose Raid and just bops the Pangoro. So I don't really understand why he didn't just go Rose Raid first. Like that confused me.
Oh, it was a crit. I don't think it mattered.
That was a
quad. It's quad effective.
I think I want to say it was special or expert belt Rose Raid. I'm not sure. I would love to find out. Shinor comes in, finishes off Rose Raid. Nothing new. And I believe that just led to Diggersby biting by itself.
Yep, and he wild charged the Chandelure, thinking that was the best move, and Dragology comes in and finishes it off, and that's the end of that battle.
In all reality, that was probably his best move. Just differential. Because you don't know if he would just sound there Mayor Dactyl thinking that here comes a
Well, if he had Stone Edge, that would probably have been the best move. But Stone Edge probably would have been pretty good against his team as well, hitting 3 of them pretty super effective. But
I mean, I don't think it mattered concerning the fact.
Well, I think Stone Edge is the better move for Izzy's team than Wild Charge overall. So if he did or didn't have Stone Edge, it would have been a lot more.
I'm pretty sure that the Dragology would live a Stone Edge I'm not sure.
They probably would have put the crit chance as well.
Yeah. But there's also the fact that he's facing against a Bandit Diggersby, so
Yeah.
there's no way it's going to be able to
So
beat Aerodactyl, so it's probably just going to die to Aerodactyl from Earthquake after damage from Channel or Realgy.
So then we have the next battle, which is what is it?
It is KZ and his Portrait Soul Blazers taking on the Gentlemanly Gengar, and his Lavender Town Phantoms.
So
Now,
Gengar leads with Serena, and KZ leads with Pelipper, which is a good lead for both of them as they both click U-turn.
Yeah, but then something very interesting happens. It comes down, they both switch out. The Portrait and Soul Blazers go in with Noivern, and we see Sneasel come out for Gengar. And I don't really know why he didn't click Ice Shard here. If he didn't, I guess maybe he didn't have it. But
I think he predicted Noivern to switch, because that's what I would have done.
It was maybe a 50-50, but maybe a bad play on Kaz's part, but it definitely worked out for him, and I think it was a bit too risky for Gengar not to predict that he might stay
I think
when it just started.
It made sense for him to click, I think, to click knockoff for probably going into Metagross or like Volcanion or something, or even Mega Swampert, because he does have 2 Ice-Weak Wands, and Sneasel does do a lot to his team, and Noivern really helps against Gengar's team. But
so yeah, it just right here
getting
you
that
get to see that getting rid of that Sneasel really helped out Kaz's team.
Yeah.
Kaz then sets up agility with Metagross.
Yep.
It just shows what was the point? Because he just sacks it to Blastoise.
No, he doesn't. Oh well, yeah, I guess
he gets up rock. He hits him with I want to say Zen Headbutt.
He gets rocks up at least.
He gets rocks up, yeah, and then he just dies to
That's a weird set. I don't know why he went agility, but okay.
Rocks don't really even help that much against Gengar's team, especially not the team he brought. So I don't really see
against Sneasel, but this guy has 2 spinners.
Well, the thing was at the time Sneasel was already dead.
Yeah. So he's 2 spinners. It didn't really make any sense.
Facing a team with 2 spinners, and you're just going to waste a move. You could have got more damage off on the Blastoise.
Well, Blastoise dies to Pelipper after getting the Scald Burn on it.
Oh my! That's something I forgot. But notice before Blastoise goes down, the dies first. It's Serena.
Yeah.
So he switches out Blastoise to go into Serena, and Serena's dead. And then he sends back Blastoise in. And Blastoise dies too.
Yeah.
So I want to know what the point of going out into Serena was.
Well, I think he was more predicting not Hurricane, maybe like a different move. But I don't know why. He clicked Hurricane last time.
Was he Specs Blastoise? Because he did a lot of damage to Pelipper.
He might have been, but I don't think it was.
Because that's the only thing I could think of. That's the only thing I could think of, you know?
Also, another Skull killed him, so I don't think that's what it was. I think it would have been like just maybe like offensive high roll.
Next, he would go out into Gengar would go out into Mega Aggron and would take out.
And it gets bopped by a Z move.
Z Hydro Vortex from Volcanion is just way too much for Aggron to take. Had he kept the Serena would have took that. Maybe not lived it, but it would have been a hell of a lot better than losing his Aggron.
Earth Power and the Nidoqueen comes in and kills the Volcanion, revenging it. Lando I comes in and clicks Earth Power and Psychic. And he ends the game. So it's a 3-0.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the game with Como-O dying to Landorus and Nidoqueen dying to Mega Swampert.
Yep.
Now, I really don't understand the sacks Gengar made. If he was just going to sack off Serena, why would you switch back into the Mon trying to avoid getting killed?
I think, but against Pelipper, I think going back into Blastoise was a mistake. He either could have gone into Mega Aggron or Nidoqueen. Probably Mega Aggron, to be fair. But he didn't need Mega Aggron for for the rest of his team, but then got bought by Timu. So I didn't see like
But
Stacking
maybe
Blast
we didn't see the
play.
set. Maybe his best play would be Como, and if it was Dragon Dance set, Lunberry Dragon Dance set.
Yeah,
I believe that he can take a Hurricane because Purple's not that strong.
yeah. KT played well, but the agility Metagross was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And kind of like leaving in the Volcania to die when he basically had a free switch into like Swampert and Wyvern. So,
Yeah. It was very weird, and I was surprised not to see as much from Wyvern because of how good it was against this team.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to your match.
Yep.
Versus the Snowpoint City Ninetales, coached by Aurora.
I dislike Aurora. I'm just gonna let you guys know that. But okay.
So the
yes,
first
you remember
thing
battling EBT?
The first thing I've seen was the Torcat.
Yeah, the Torcat is not a fire type, so I know Scizor had a good matchup.
Well, I want to point out before we even talk about this match, she dropped. Aurora's a girl, right?
This wasn't her team. Yeah, she came in as a sub and had to use this team.
She dropped Torcat. Well, when she came in, she dropped.
She dropped Incineroar for Torcat.
Yeah,
which made no sense at all.
Yeah. It's the most confusing thing I've ever seen in a draft league. Why would you drop?
Well, it's because she got
evolution for this mid evolution.
Well, it's because she got some better stuff. Like she got a better steel type. Like she dropped Klinklang for Bisharp.
Alright, that makes sense then. Right.
And Rotom for Tentacle, which gave her a spinner. And then she got a fairy type
was a
Togekiss. And then she got webs as well with Masquerain for Ditto. So it was just that Torcat. She thought fire is the least important type, and she still thinks that. So I guess the transaction didn't make sense for her. Torcat is pretty fast.
So the key to this match is Snorlax. As you will see, Snorlax this wrecks his team.
Big thicky, and Aurora's a girl. But
The one thing I really want to know is, because you revealed Facade on Snorlax before she set the Toxic Spikes. Why did she set the Toxic Spikes after seeing the Facade? Like, that very much confused me, because that just let you go out into Snorlax, and you would fade very Snorlax, and just be able to set up Bulk Ups.
Yeah, the crit onto the Tentacle was upsetting. But once I saw the Toxic Spikes, I knew I had to come in before she could get another one up, so I wouldn't get the Toxic part. I'd just get the Poison, which I could easily just heal off. Yeah. So that's what I decided to do in that. But
so, yeah, we see because of the Toxic Spikes, Facade is able to take out the Superior, Torcat, and Zero Aura before Snorlax finally goes down to Mega Latios.
Yeah.
It just really confused me why she set up the spikes. Because Snorlax at that point was your scariest mon, in my opinion, for her team that she had. Because he just
because nothing really hit it. All her mons are special. Except for Mamo, and I had thick fat, but
Zero Aura. She had close comment with Zero Aura. I can't forget that. But it was just walled out by +2 bulk ups.
Curse.
Your curse?
Yeah.
Alright. I didn't forget which one you were using. She would then go on to lose both her Tentacruel and Mamoswine to your Starmie. Before Starmie is taken out by Mega Latias. And the game ends with a bullet punch from Scissor. Why the hell did you drop Incineroar for Torcat? He could have helped you so much in this match.
What? Incineroar? Well, Incineroar actually didn't do too much in this match, other than because
Scarf Incineroar wrecked your team, besides Orlando T. And Aromatisse.
And Snorlax.
I'm pretty sure he gets a fighting move.
It doesn't. It doesn't get a fighting move. It gets Brick Break. It gets Brick Break.
That's a fighting move.
Yeah, but against, as we saw with the close combat Zeraora, an unboosted fighting, unstab boosted fighting type move wouldn't have done
Yeah.
as much.
Yeah.
Especially yeah. It was more the toxic spikes letting me go into Snorlax on that. That was kind of a mistake. But other than
That
that,
was, if there was anything I would change from that match, was that. That's where
yeah.
she started to falter. She was doing, I think she was doing pretty decent up in there, making the right switches for the first couple turns of the match, but then,
You can have a field day with me versus TJB for next week. And as segueing to that is TJB's match against Lord of the Bananas or Banana Lord
Yep.
himself. Or
So yeah, it's the Slow Bohemians, aka TJB, taking on Banana Lord's Minnesota Manetrix.
yes.
And this, dear
So we
God,
need Mega Mawile, which is broken against well Glade. Mega Glade switched out.
what I wanted to tell you is that to start this match, Vaporeon gets 2 burns. One on Clefable, and then on Doublade. And that burn on Doublade
Yeah.
mattered so much. Doublade was TJB Banana's best way to deal with a lone golem, which you'll see later on.
Ended up killing him.
Yeah,
But like the Clefable burn didn't matter too much. It just offset his leftovers, which was just annoying, I'd say.
But then it just allows the burn on Doublade just allows Mega Mawile to come in and pick it off pretty easily.
He also had no way of dealing with Vaporeon. He came in and he had Emboar and like Skarmory, but I didn't see a grass type, I didn't see an electric type. I don't know if that's a Banana Lord team thing or if that's just a misprep. But
my favorite part of this match was Piloswine tanking a all-out pummeling from Emboar. It was
Piloswine's bulky.
It was so funny because he just bopped the Emboar with an earthquake.
Yeah, let me check to see if Banana Lord has a grass or an electric type.
I believe he has Stealth. No, he doesn't have Stealth.
He has he has Torterra. He has Jolteon.
Jolteon would have definitely helped him in this match.
Oh, see, yeah. Well,
as it would have been a great switch for
counters.
Temporarily.
Yeah, he run a few Jolteon counters in Golem. Golem counters Jolteon 1, Jolteon.
Torterra would have been really good in this match.
Yeah, Torterra.
It walls out Vaporeon, Decidueye, and Golem right away.
Yeah. And Mega Mawile as well, unless he had Ice Fang.
Yeah, and that's where a non-move, to be honest.
It's not a non-move. If it's a quad week against like Torterra, then it is a move. Though, I'd say so.
Now, something that really was like, what the hell are you doing, Banana? Was when it was Mega Gallade versus
Gardevoir, yeah.
He protects with Gallade on the Moonblast from a Scarf.
He has a Skarmory. Why didn't he go to Skarmory or Clef or a lower
Muck, Clef? Like, he had so many options, and he chooses the option of sacking his Mega Gallade to gain the Skarmory.
What? I don't see what Mega Gardevoir does. Regular Gardevoir does Muck.
Once Gallade goes down, that just seals the deal for Golem to just beat the shit out of his team.
Yeah. I don't see what, yeah.
Because as you'll see, it kills the Clefable, it kills the Skarmory, and weakens Muck so much that it just finished off by Gardevoir.
Yeah.
It just made no damn sense to me why he protected and then stayed in.
Yeah, it didn't make much sense.
If he went back and changed any move he did in that match, I hope to God it's that one.
Yeah.
Because
he came in on the Gardevoir. He came in on the Muck and he went into Clef. I don't know why he went into Clef. He should have stayed in on the Muck.
Something interesting was the Muck was able to deal with a Golem fairly well and was able to kill it.
Yeah, but I don't know why he switched out into Clef.
He went into Skarmory first.
No, he went to Clef first.
No, I'm talking about after Clef dies.
Yeah, Clef dies, and then he goes to Skarmory, and Skarmory switches him out. Like, I don't know why he went to Clef there.
If he would have went Muck, after Clef died, then nothing on TJ's team can really kill Skarmory before Skarmory walls him out.
Yeah.
Especially if it has Toxic, and I think it did.
I don't think that much mattered in the end, other than differential, though. So, like, it still was like I think it was already lost basically because you go
It's
in
it's easy
and
for us to say these things in hindsight after the
yeah,
matches, but yeah.
yeah, like after the matches you can see, or even watching the match and it's not you're not in the match, you can see basically the easiest thing. It's like why didn't they see this? And yeah,
Because a lot of these guys are
I,
better than how they're playing right now, and it's just like it's in the heat of the moment, everything like that.
and TJ played well, so
Yeah.
like
He just got simply outplayed, and I think he fought himself.
yeah, I think he outplayed himself. To be fair,
He's probably thinking that TDB with Gully was going to switch out into something, and he was going to stay in, maybe get up a swords dance or something like that,
yeah.
and then bop something.
Alright, well, going to the next match, it's Magic Monk versus Grand Bell.
Yeah, the Scarlet
And,
Dragonites taking on the Boston Septiles.
yes, and
So
I
I'm
of
going
course
to
have to root for Grand Bell. So
so
um,
this match was just a stall fest.
yep,
It took
and we're gonna
23
skip.
turns, 23 turns before something fell. Now,
Yeah, I don't want
before
to
we
watch
talk
this
about
whole
what
battle.
fell, listen to this. He was facing a team with Celestella and Heatran, and he was bringing Calm Mind Drampa. And its only move that could attack was Hyper Voice against Celesteela and Heatran. Why?
Are you looking at the right match? Because Grand Bell doesn't have a
Well, you look at that match because
yes.
their names on Showdown are literally Magic Monk and Grimbell.
Yep, same. There's no Drampa. Oh, there's a Drampa. I'm dumb. Just named Professor Oak.
Mace
Never mind.
thinks
Move
you're
on.
Me thinks you're blind, my friend.
No, it's just I skipped
It's
to
a
the last
non-blind.
turn because I don't want to
Alright.
watch. I don't want to watch 88 turns of this match.
Yeah. Alright, so after that happens, Drampa finally falls to Celesteela.
And he
then
has Fire Blast as well.
for some damn reason, he then sacks off Aerodactyl to Celesteela, trying to flinch it with Rock Slides. This just showed that he had nothing for Celesteela, nothing for defensive Celesteela at all. And he was bringing a special Mew. It gets pretty much every move in the game. Why did that thing not have Flamethrower or T-Bolt? Just why?
I don't know.
After more stalling, after the arrow goes down, Hitmontop finally dies to an Earthquake from Donphan, who then dies to Lantern. Then more stall and more stalling. Suicune at this point was just battered down hell. That's 6 HP, well 6%. Switches in against Lantern, gets hit by a Toxic, and goes down too. So that's 2 kills for defensive Mon and Lantern, which is surprising, but that's how things go sometimes. Avalog then kills Pinsir after Pinsir set up a Swords Dance and hit it with a return. And finally, after 88 turns, Heatran finished off Mew and Avalog to end the game. Dear God, it was just a slog. Like, I have no idea why his Drampa set was a set it was. Against 2 Steel types. You only bring Hyper Voice as an attacking move. His moves were Roost, Calm Mind, Hyper Voice. Did you reveal a fourth move? Because I don't
Who?
think he did.
No, the Drampa,
Yeah.
Roost, Calm Mind, Fire Blast, and Hyper Voice.
If he was Fire Blast, why did he not go for it sooner against Celesteela? Because it was just 23 turns. It was 18 turns of just Celesteela versus Drampa.
I don't know,
Air
man.
slash, heavy slam, air slash, heavy slam, air slash, heavy slam against Drampa. Alright, if you had Fire Blast, why not kill the damn Celesteela? You could have saved everyone a lot of trouble with just doing that. Like, maybe he was kept predicting to switch into Heatran. But at some point, because you are a dragon type, you have Calm Mind. Heatran's not going to do anything to you. Why didn't you just risk it once if you have Fire Blast?
Alright, well, the next match, that's not a stall fest.
Alright, moving on.
Is the Weaviles with Weaviles versus Weaviles, but the Weaviles prevail.
It's Archfiend and his Moanin' Meletus. Thanks for that name, Arch. That's really good. Say it out loud.
Moaning Meletus.
Taking on the Jersey Weaviles and Cloud Envy.
Who's the Jersey Weaviles? And then Arch Weavile. Alright, cool. So, the Cloud leads Meowstick, probably to get dual screens up. And
no, he does not. He does not go for that. Dual screens.
Oh, he doesn't. But
so, the only notable things that happen in the first couple turns is Jirachi misses a Toxic on Music, and Music misses a T-Wave on Jirachi. The next big thing happens when Flygon is in against the Arcanine. And Flygon decides to go for a Dragon Dance. However, it was revealed early in the match against I want to say, Victini or Ludicolo, one of them. When Arcanine revealed he has an HP power. And I guess maybe Cloud forgot about this because it was weak against... It was Victini. It was weak against Victini. And when Flygon sets up on it, he just gets hit by HP Ice. And then finished off after E-Speed from Arcanine.
Yep.
Flygon pretty much does nothing in the match because he forgot about the...
Oh, and then the Flare Blitz burn is unfortunate.
Yeah. Cloud would go into the Necro, and Arcanine would just Flare Blitz it, get a Flare Blitz burn. But Necro will kill it. Arcanine living on 1 HP after the Flare Blitz, almost killing itself, but gives Necro a kill for the Geyser. Geyser goes, what is it? Geyser?
Meowstick. For Geyser, yeah. Geyser switches in between physical and special, so that's why it could have mattered. He goes into Meowstick, and that forces Meowstick.
And that is the end of the match, as Thunderous comes in and kills Meowstick. Then
it forces Meowstick to use Heal Bell to get rid of the burn on Necrozma. So then in comes Excadrill.
Then in comes Zygarde 50. And Zygarde starts standing up.
And dies. I'll out pummeling. Oh,
it dies to a crit Earthquake from Excadrill. And then Thunderous just comes in and bops everything. It bops the Excadrill, it bops Victini, bops Necro, and then Ludicolo. Because Arch just did a really, really good job in whittling down Cloud's team. Like this was my favorite match because it just shows that going with the long term is trying to slowly whittle down the team, and you'll just win.
Alright, well then here comes the last match, and I'm gonna take the lead on this one because it's yours. So it's Miami Dusknoirs. It's the Miami Dusknoirs versus
the real Miami team.
Yes. Versus Arctic and what's his name on it?
He is the Virginia Escavaliers.
Alright, so first we have VS, and he leads Rotom Heat, while Doug leads Doug Trio, and it keeps going, and eventually VS always loses.
I want to give an actual wrap up of this match. What happens on the match? So the key parts in this match were Uniclus missing a Focus Blast on Weavile, being forced to switch out into Girder, losing its Eviolite. Karen Black comes in and then bops the Rotom Heat after Rotom tries to break its sub that's set up on the Milotic. And then it bops
VS, do you actually lose this match? I don't know.
Zygarde then kills Girder with 2 outrages. Killing Black then kills Tapu Koko after taking massive damage from Dazzle and Gleam. Milotic kills Doug Trio after Doug Trio gets up rocks in front of it.
Yep. Well,
then
that also
takes its hold from the Milotic, and Milotic goes down after a second. In comes Gladius, who then sets up a Calm Mind and kills Karen Black. Sets up another Calm Mind, gets a special attack drop on because with a fence drop on, all you know that after it toxic him, he is forced to switch out into Reuniclus. Reuniclus goes down to Ladio's Psychic, 2 Psychics and Latios, and Latios dies to Audino Toxic. Then
Yep. And
Zygarde
Zygarde
versus Cortana, and Cortana
and
ends in Elite Blade.
Yep.
At the end of the match, Arctic was left with a Cortana with 50% HP and Audino with 30 something.
No, Audino was 58 and Cortana was 59.
Yeah, I think this was the closest match.
Was it?
Was because it came down simply to who was
fact
faster.
check you.
It was coming down to who was faster, Zygarde or
I think
Cortana.
Solarizers is quicker.
No, I'm not saying quicker. I'm saying closest.
I think well,
because it came down really to whether or not Zygarde 10 was Jolly.
It didn't
Jolly,
really.
Then
it didn't really.
It did, because you're not going to let me speak.
Oh. Well, what did you click?
What did you click? If Zygarde was Jolly, it kills Cortana with Z 1,000 arrows, and then.
Well, what did you click against the Cortana?
Z 1,000 arrows. Z 1,000 arrows, yeah, that kills it.
Alright, so then you would have clicked 1,000 arrows against the Mega Audino?
Nope, I was carrying Iron Tail.
You're carrying Iron Tail. Well, first Iron Tail had to hit, which is
it's a 75% chance move.
It's 75%, but I did miss. No, actually, that's for next week. But and then the Cortana also. That's just good prep by him, just having Cortana faster than Zygarde. That's something you have to prep for.
What was that I was adamant guard Zygarde.
So what you're saying is you misprepped, and because of that you lost.
Pretty much, it was a Dragon Dance set with Outrage, 1,000 arrows, and Iron Tail.
So you misprepped and lost. Alright, okay.
It wasn't really
cool. Thank you guys all. Thank you guys all for watching.
Oh dear God!
Thank you guys all for watching.
I am just going to try and kill you during your Zapdos.
Don't bully me next week. I'm not in Zapdos. I already did this. Don't bully me for next week. But yep.
Whatever.
Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you all for watching. And
dear God, I am going to.
Yeah.
I'm so totally.
Anything you want to say, Bess?
And you might not see Kapitol next week. Well, you will because you already made his match, but you won't see him for week 3. He is going to die.
Alright, cool.
Bye.